Heyo everybody, Haku here with this week's live reaction bingo. It's bingo time. We got One Piece chapter 1156. I am more excited for One Piece this week than I have been in the longest time that I can remember. I have just been loving everything going on with Elbaf. I've been re-going through the anime a bit. I've been watching through Wano on my own, but you know, Wano kind of sucks. That's still kind of bad. Wano kind of sucks. It looks good and everything, but you know, just the story isn't very good. But that aside, I've been going through the anime back when it was incredible, amazing. I'm all the way up to like nearly at Sabati, which is my favorite arc ever. Just watching reaction series. So, watching reaction series, not like really watching the full thing on my own, that would take forever, but already back nearly at Sabati, and I am just loving the series so much. Even last week when we had a week off, I kind of wanted to do a discussion video, but I was like, that's kind of a lot. But then Naya invited me on his One Piece podcast, so I will try to remember to leave a link to that down in the comments and description, so you can go check that out. I really appreciate Naya for that, and really, it's not like as, you know, focused as me like making notes and stuff and making a like direct discussion video. But if you want to get more thoughts on me about everything going on and more just One Piece stuff, definitely go check that out. It was very much fun. And I think that's all I want to say. My expectations, my excitement is very high. I hope I'm not doing a thing where my excitement is so high that no matter how incredible this is going to be, I get disappointed. And not really disappointed, but I still just want more. But I do think that usually I'm pretty good at avoiding One Piece spoilers. I haven't been spoiled this week, but I have actually seen One Piece related things trending and have been like, no, don't recommend this, or things like that. So I was very scared of getting spoiled in the past day or two before scans come out. So I even said on Discord, I was like, I need to record this, but it's gonna maybe be another hour, so please nobody spoil me. I know the scans are out. So I am excited to get into it. Before we do, let's check out the bingo card generator. If you want to play along with bingo, I always update the bingo card generator every week so that you can make your own and play along while you're reading or while you're watching the video or whatever. So you can do that if you want. And I did make a few changes this time around, not too many. Other than that, if you would like to see these videos a bit early, I post them when the scans come out and when I get to read the scans for patrons and channel members, so you can hit join down below to become a member, or go to patreon.com/HakuOfTheTubes, or a link will be in the description to become a patron if you want to get these a bit early. But it will be up for everybody once the official translation's out as usual, because much like I said, I don't want to be spoiled, I don't want to spoil other people either. So, my card this week, we got Flashback, which we're probably going to be in for a while. Caradandor Zunisha, Muma, new named character, Giant Child, Blood Sweater Tears, Wano Piece, Straw Hat Grand Fleet Representative, any Straw Hat member, Named Attack, Yonko, Marine, Free Space, which we can click, God's Knights, Kid or Heart Pirates, Joy Boy or Nika mentioned, Revolutionary, Thousand Sunny, Devil Fruit Awakening, Seraphim, Imo-sama, Vivi Wappler Morgan, Silhouetted Character, Zoan Transformation, or Cross Guild. I have so many good options for spaces you can get, and I feel like I got some of the least good ones, like Cross Guild. But I'm so excited. So either way, I finally get to start reading. Just making sure that the recording looks alright. Alright, so we start off with this big colored jump spread. Looks very good. We have Pokemon in here. Is there some Pokemon manga going on? Is there some kind of Pokemon manga going on in Jump right now? Yeah, there's a bunch of Pokemon alongside the various characters. You got Sakamoto there, the Kagurabachi guy, the guy from Elusive Samurai. Elusive Samurai still ongoing? I don't know. I thought that ended or something. We have Nico from Witch Watch. There's Ichi. I just started reading and doing videos on Ichi the Witch, so go check that out if you want more manga reactions from me. Sorry about that. I keep coughing. I had to go take a couple breaks to get some water. Geez, I'd like to be able to speak. Okay, we have a color spread here with Luffy and Nami in the center, Zoro there to the side. We got Sanji, and then okay, that's neat. So we've got Luffy and the other Straw Hats in the center, and then Roger behind Luffy, and the comparison of Zoro and Sanji with Scopper and Rayleigh. Really good looking too. Okay, just taking it all in before I move on. Alright. It's a little bit on the smaller side because the scans this week are on Imgur. Then, okay, finally into this. Before the Great Pirate Era, back in those days, certain idols roamed the sea. Chapter 1156, Idols. That was some pirate attack. Why aren't any of you fighting back? You guys are useless. Before the Great Pirate Era, we're gonna maybe see some big names? They've taken everything. You men are hopeless. They were strong. You didn't lift a... We're gonna see Kuja pirates? You didn't lift a finger. Now what are we supposed to do? Even the Marines could not oppose this group. They were known as the Kuja Pirates, a crew that hailed from the elusive Isle of Women. A fierce and stunning pirate band, off limits to men. I grow weary of my own beauty. Day and night, it always goes this way. Will I ever be free to shed it? Okay, if this is Gloriosa, then we might be getting into more of Rox's crew coming together, which isn't what I expected this week. Then, this picture of perfection. Kya, Captain Gloriosa's a goddess. Empress of Amazon Lily, Captain of the Kuja Pirates, Gloriosa, future Elder Nyon. She's unbearably cute. I'm in love. Her radiance is making my mind go blank. My heart can't afford to beat this hard. So this has always been the way that the Kuja are, not just with Hancock. Empress Gloriosa, here are your new fan letters. Tritoma, what about all those back there? Oh, those are for Lady Shaki. There are 100 times more. Tritoma, future Empress of Amazon Lily. So that would have been the one who died of the sickness that came between Shaki and Hancock. How could she? Upstaging your own captain's a total betrayal. I love Gloriosa. Yeah, even her angry face is like an icy gem. Indeed, the only one said to outshine the radiant Gloriosa, the star of her era, was none other than her first mate Shakuyaku. Captain, enemy ahead. That's... hello there, ahem. It's me, Roger speaking. So, we have Gloriosa was in love with Roger then? It's the Roger Pirates. Hand her over, Kuja Pirates. And then we have a big 2-page spread. I'm gonna need to... Yeah. I had to, zoom in there. Today's the day we finally win her from you. We're taking your first mate, Shakuyaku. And is this Roger? He looks so much like Shanks here. You never learn, Roger. Isn't being loved by a woman like me enough? Get her! Rah! Who did you come to take again? And the doors kicked open. Yeah, Lady Shakuyaku. They say her every move was captivating. Shakuyaku's here. And this is neat because we know that she and Rayleigh sort of end up, you would think together. They're living together at Sabati. I brought you a flower. Please accept it as a gift. No, Shakuyaku, take my flower instead. In her presence, flowers wilted. Chirp. Birds lost their songs, and people turned against one another. Stay away from Shaki, and they all start fighting. Oh, Gyaban, just hearing you say my name is... Long time no see, Roger. How dare you do that to Gyaban? And she had kicked him in the forehead. Damn it, I like Shakuyaku too much, and even Roger is all hard-eyed. You too, Roger? Her beauty humbled even the mightiest of warriors. That's so cute. You should know, I'll never submit to another's captivity. Kya! Take their treasure. You can take my soul while you're at it. Roger, you know I'm the one who likes you, right? He's looking past Gloriosa. Out of the way, Gloriosa, you're blocking Shaki. So Gloriosa has aged way differently than some of the others, because I would have thought she was much older than Roger and such. Then we have first mate of the Kuja pirates, Shakuyaku. And it's funny, so we have the first mate ending up with the first mate of the Roger pirates. Really, it must be so hard for you. Yeah, I'm surrounded by idiots. She winks at him and he starts sweating. Empress Gloriosa, it's the Navy. We've spotted the Roger and Kuja crews. Quick, snap a picture. It'll be worth a fortune. Knock it off. Get moving with the loot. Don't leave a single crumb behind. On it. Hey, at least let us keep some of the food. Hurry up. We gotta set sail. Roger, isn't that Garp's ship? What did you just say? Alright, men. New plan. Crush them. We have the rivalry here. Pirate Goldie Roger, future king of the pirates and father of Ace. Vice Admiral Monkey D. Garp, future hero of the Marines and grandfather of Luffy. I love this so much. This chapter's so fun. Empress Gloriosa, it's the Navy. Get moving. Oh, wait. It's the same page again? Okay, hopefully there's not a missing page, since they just doubled up and threw the same one at us twice. And we have a clash here. Meteor Fist, Arimitama, which is a reference to a violent spirit in Shinto. Wow, they're here. It just had to be Garp's ship, didn't it? Garp, Roger. Roger, Garp, and Rox. 3 who would be spoken of as legends in the Great Pirate Era, but at this time their blood burned with the passion of their youth. What the? Empress Gloriosa? The Kujo were at the height of their popularity at this time. No one could speak of this era without mentioning them. Sister, hang in there. My heart aches. Okay, so did she have to just return and stay at Amazon Lily then after this because of the lovesick disease? Those 2 were so dreamy. Many saw them as idols and wanted their posters, and their wanted posters fetched high prices. Stalkers taking creep shots became a daily nuisance for the crew. Soon after this encounter, Shakuyaku was crowned Empress, and her popularity continued to grow to an unmanageable level. Now we see Ida's Tavern and Elbaf. I saw Loki drowning after the ship capsized. He's always acting up so badly when you're not around. Okay, I don't think there's actually all that much to mark off, but I probably should before continuing since it's a scene break. So no giant children yet, but we're probably about to get them. No new named characters. That was all characters that we knew of, right? I mean, I guess technically, the one who is between Hancock and Shakuyaku, because that was something that we didn't really know her name except, well, we might not have known her name at all. We just knew some of the details about her from like SBSs and stuff. This is a flashback still. We got named attacks. Any Straw Hat member, I will count the color spread if we have to. No fleet representatives yet, or Wano piece. We did get some sweat there from Rayleigh at the very least. I remember that much. Why do I always have to get Kid or Heart Pirates? We never see them. We got to see the Marines, which is a rare one. I guess technically none of these are Yonko. Anything else? Not quite. No silhouetted characters, I don't think. Yeah. I didn't even expect as many as we got, so you know, it's something. So we're back at Ida's Tavern, and I saw Loki drowning after the ship capsized. He's always acting up so badly when you're not around. I honestly wondered whether I should help him or not. Sorry, and thank you for saving him. Loki, pull yourself together. And we have Harald. We know at some point Harald ruled without the horns and everything, and he still has the horns, so he's still going to be here for a good bit longer. What the hell? You shouldn't have even hesitated to help. How would you feel if Loki had died? Come on, Ida. Loki's the one who selfishly took the ship and sailed off. So what? If he can just stand by and let a kid die, I'd drag him under and drown him myself 100 times over. I didn't ask anyone to save me. Damn it. Well, that's the piss-poor attitude I was talking about, says the captain guy. You lost your mom and your dad's always quite busy. I bet you must get pretty lonely, right, Loki? Shut up, you old hag. I wonder if he and Ida will end up getting along. Wouldn't it be better to stay with us? No way, and both he and Hyrodine chime in. I'm on to you, Ida. You're just acting all motherly, so we'll let you move into the castle, aren't you? You're just a gold digger. Screw you, Loki. Hyrodine comes in with the sword. What you said is unacceptable. Apologize right this instant. Don't you care how Ida feels? And we have Harald yelling too. You kids are just too cute. You're being too sweet on him. I hate how he says such mean things to you, stupid Loki. Mato, are you crying for me? The world is full of kind and beautiful people. Okay, have we seen Mato before? Mato doesn't seem familiar to me. I'm sick of this goddamn country. Every single one of you is weak and dirty. I'm going to be free, like Rox. From then on, each time Rox visited to try and recruit Harald, Loki would attempt to join Rox's crew, but he would ultimately never get his way. Loki reminds me a lot of the Pedro and Roger relationship with this. Aren't you happy? I'm going to follow him out to sea, 'cause I hate you all right back. And then, several months after the Rox crew's takeover of the pirate island, where the hell did you come from? I'm here to join the Rox pirates. Yeah, maybe in your dreams, but it ain't gonna happen. You won't even lay eyes on them. The Rox pirates are the ocean's all-stars of evil. See that fish-shaped boulder over there? That's where they're said to be holed up. Oh, and before it looked like a skull with a bandana, people thought it looked like a fish. If you're dead set on meeting them, head that way. But the deeper you go, the madder the bastards get. Good luck with that death wish. Yeah. Take that, and we have a kick. Ugh. Yeah. That'll teach ya. What? And then, who is this? You're Kyo the Wicked, future Silver Axe. After not getting introduced to him with all the others, I did not expect Silver Axe to get this kind of, aura. So, is he maybe the person that was buried in Wano that we're going to get in the cover story soon? Because he definitely has the Japanese garb and everything. Kya, Kyo the Hitman, what's Shiki's rival doing here? The strong gathered around Rox, and their presence attracted even stronger recruits. Stay back, he'll kill ya. What? And we have the eyes popping out of the stone to make it look like the skull. That's so good. What a view. Look at the scenery. They're purposefully blasting it, but I love how it looks like the common One Piece gag of eyes popping out. I love that. Blasting a couple holes in the place was the right call after all. Ain't that right? As I was saying, there's 2 devil fruits I'm after. One of them's most likely on Elbaf. It'll only show its true power if Harald eats it. Okay, so presumably a giant, or maybe even somebody with ancient giant blood, needs to eat whatever the special fruit is. We'll need those Galera folks too, yeah? Or I think they might be talking about the Galera people. I've heard the legends, but Pirate Captain John. I'm using all my contacts to try and track them down, but there's nothing about a frozen army of giants. Pirate Charlotte Linlin, future Big Mom. Even if you find them, what good are a bunch of corpses now? Exactly. There's no way to bring them back. Shut it. We're talking about dreams. Don't be a downer. Pirate Strusen, Linlin's partner in crime. Even if they did come back to life, they'd have no reason to listen to you. And his eyes, his hair has the swirls and stuff like the usual awakened devil fruit stuff. Captain Barbell, Catfish Fishman. That's why we need Harald. He's the current king of Elbaf. Can't we just use our strength to force him to obey? We can do the same thing to that guy Harald too. And then Pirate Kaido, future king of the beasts. Never say that again, you brat, and he gets kicked by Rox. Calm down, Rox. Why you? Kaido, you two, stop it. We just got this island. Do you two want to already turn it into a ruin already? A group like this is bound to implode sooner or later, but this isn't the time. Alright, let's hold off on that till we cash in a little more. Get it, you horn-headed rookie? Harold's my good pal. I'll crush you if you say that crap again, Kaido. Listen up, you lot. And then we get a big spread of the Rocks Pirates here. Listen up, you lot. Elbaf is the key to bringing down the Holy Land. If any of you don't buy that, then get lost. It's your choice if you want to stand with me on the Day of Destiny. But if you've got the guts, follow me. I'll take you to the world's summit. The crew has formed. Okay, so we're seeing everyone now. We're seeing his name was Barbell, right? And I wonder if he's going to end up being related to Wadatsumi or something. He looks kind of like Wadatsumi. That's the only one I could really draw any connection to. We got Barbell, and then Marlin from last time, Ochoku and Stussy and Whitebeard, Shiki. And then at the other side, we've got Ganzui, Linlin, who's huge, Kaido, John, and Strusen. So this is the lineup. This is the crew. And then presumably Kyo, Silver Axe, is going to join them, and that's it, probably? Is that all that we know of? The final lineup? Just add Kyo to this lineup? Of course we have like some of the background ones. Like we have the guy with the claws that was in the background during the... He was in the background during the God Valley scene, and then he's also one of the zombies that Moria has. And then also Gilbastar. I wonder why. If we've gotten like all these other ones, I wonder why not. Because we saw Gilbastar in the one flashback. We saw him as one of the general zombies. He's been explained in the SBSs. So I wonder then, with all of that in mind, why they didn't just give us like Gilbastar as a part of the lineup, you know? It is weird. I still don't know if we're supposed to be drawing more connections for some of these past characters to current characters. For me, like Ganzui, the only person I thought he looked like was Patty. I know he's one of the general zombies once again. So Moria either collected a ton of high level like general zombies, or it's that. And it's also crazy that the general zombies weren't all that much of a threat compared to like Ors was like the big deal. So that just hypes up Ors even more. But it shows like Moria either specifically collected them, or maybe the remnants of like God Valley are Thriller Bark, because you know, maybe a bunch of these characters died on, like maybe John and some of the others, like Ganzui, died on God Valley during the God Valley incident, and their bodies just were left at the remnants of the destroyed God Valley, and if that was then turned into Thriller Bark, maybe that's how Moria had them all. So, really cool chapter once again with more lore type stuff. There's probably even more that I haven't drawn connections to. Yeah, like Barbell, the only thing I could think of is Wadatsumi, if we're supposed to be drawing any connections. Kyo reminds me of Zephyr. He reminds me of Z from Film Z. Kind of. I can't really draw any other connections. I mean, he's obviously got the like Yakuza tattoos and the Wano look. So it makes me wonder then if he is the one who we're going to get the grave of. But then there's also things like, again, just doing more thinking here. There's also things like, what was I about to say? Oh yeah, I was gonna say we still don't know like how the devil fruits for Bartolomeo and Bon Clay left Wano and ended up where they ended up. Like there are still things that Oda's thrown in here that I don't think we've gotten good explanations for, unless it's just going to be a goofy SBS situation and it's going to be one of the multiple things in Wano that don't actually mean anything, because that's just Wano's incompetence. Okay, well, that's it for this week. I wonder if then next week we'll maybe see another perspective of the God Valley stuff. Again, I don't think we're going to get to see everything because there are so many different things that probably still need to be kept secret for a little bit until we get more into like Shanks and Garling and stuff like that in the main story. So I wonder if maybe we'll get a little bit more of it though from a new perspective because of Rox and stuff here. And also they still are trying to get Elbaf to join up with them. We still haven't seen, you know, how Harald changes, tearing out the horns and everything. There's still a lot that we don't know with all of this. So I wonder, because I was expecting us to like move even more quickly than we are, this flashback just keeps giving me like more and more than I even expected. I just wonder how much longer it's going to be. Like, how in-depth are we going to go? Because it feels like whenever you think, oh wow, we're getting really in-depth, that's when it's like, and that's where the flashback ends. But either way, I don't think there's going to be too much we can do here. We've got Giant Child. It would be way too much of a stretch to say Wano Piece just because of how Kyo is dressed. But we can do any Straw Hat member. We can do Yonko because we had some future Yonko in there. And I think that's probably about all we've got. I don't think just the one guy's hair is enough to say Devil Fruit Awakening, because it's probably not. It's probably just his hair. Yeah, well, that's that, I guess. I don't remember. I don't think there were any silhouetted characters, because we just immediately saw Silver Axe, I think. Well, that's something. Still no bingo, it would seem. Either way, though, unexpectedly deep chapter once again. Very, very fun. I hope you all enjoyed the chapter, enjoyed the video. Thank you for being here, for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of this chapter, my thoughts and reaction. Subscribe for more One Piece, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it's free and open for anyone. If you want to help support the channel by dropping a super thanks or sharing around, it's appreciated. And I wonder, I think we're supposed to have a break sometime soon for like Jump as a whole. I heard that somewhere, so I wonder when that might be. But yeah, we might be getting another break sometime soon. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe even next week. But if you want to get these videos early, help support the channel and, you know, help me keep making videos and get your name at the end of videos. Sorry, I still haven't updated this in a few days. I keep forgetting to do it before I come to record. You can hit join down below to become a member, or go to patreon.com/HakuOfTheTubes, or a link will be in the description to become a patron. Thank you so much to people who are already members and patrons, to chosen regulars Evan Hawley and Bertie Wooster, Magical Girls, Effernono, J.A. and The Divan, Cheriton Student, David Langstaff, Slayer Candidates, SG and Stan Cedar, and Pure Elements, Pate Ariel, and Elsa the Storyteller. Thank you so much for your support, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.